last February, I did a video about how Zepbound almost killed me. Go back, watch that video, and it explains everything that happened. But now that it's been about 5 months, I promised you guys I would do an update, and I kind of went ghost. So I'm back with a little update because things have been rough for a long time, weight loss wise. But without beating around the bush, I'll start right with the numbers. I'm down about 15 pounds, drug free. No Zepbound, no Ozempic, none of that. Just old fashioned lifestyle, diet, all that. Honestly, I was so devastated when I learned I wasn't a candidate for any of these drugs, because if you watch my last video, you'll know that the Ozempic just didn't work for me at all, and the Zepbound nearly took me out. So I had to come to the realization that I am just personally not a candidate for those medications, and I had no choice but to do it the natural way. Now, if you're someone that you're on GLP, I have absolutely nothing against it, and if it's working for you, I'm so happy for you. But if you're someone that you can't tolerate it, horrible side effects, doesn't work, or you just simply can't afford it, I feel like you'll find some inspiration in what I'm about to say. I have been someone that could not stick to anything no matter what. The sugar cravings, the inconsistency, crash diets, you name it, I've done it. And I just thought, I've tried all the drugs that I could get my hands on legally over the past couple of years to try and lose the weight. And nothing worked until I decided to just go all in on what I know. And that is macros, tracking my calories and my macros, strength training, lifting heavy weights, and doing a normal amount of walking and cardio without going crazy. I've seen the biggest difference in doing that. Get your app, MyFitnessPal, whatever app you use, and track what you eat. The first week, you hate it because you're gonna go over your calories. I'll be like, oh, well, I really wanna have these chocolates, but if I can't log it, it won't fit. And it's this mental thing of I wish I wasn't doing that because then I could just eat this and not think about it. And I know a lot of people that have no interest in tracking their calories, but the thing is, if you're someone that you're stuck in the cycle of you can't lose weight, it's likely because you are so unaware of what you're consuming and how much. For example, last night I had a steak and I measured it and it was over 400 calories for this piece of steak. I would have thought it was 250 calories. So when you break out the kitchen scale and your app and you measure everything accurately, you will have such a shock on how much you're over consuming. I hear people say constantly, Hannah, I barely eat and I can't lose weight. And I'm like, well, do you track your calories, see if you're overeating? No, I don't need to, I'm barely eating. But maybe your breakfast is a bagel and a full avocado. And it's and a lot of butter. Once you start tracking, your eyes open. And I do body contouring services, so this is where I hear a lot of these conversations. But I also have a lot of clients that will not do strength training. They're like, oh yeah, I walk, which is great, walk, but strength training is what shapes your body. So if you walk, from my understanding, you might just end up a smaller version of how you already look. But if you combine it as well with the weight training, that's how you will get that tight and toned look that you want. And your inspiration body likely has a lot more muscle than you think it does. So if you're someone and you're just struggling with the weight and wanting to achieve your dream body, all I have to say is if you cannot go the route of medication like myself, there is hope for you. Okay, so let's dive into a little guide of if you're someone stuck and you don't know what to do. This is what I did and how I had the most success. Now, I've lost the weight slowly, but I'm honestly really happy with my progress because I have been trying for years with absolutely no success. So honestly, any success to me is just amazing. And I'm really happy with the 15 pounds. And now I'm starting to lose it a bit more steady because I'm finally I have a routine now. I know what to do and I'm done. Before I was just playing figuring stuff out, got it figured out. Now, if you can hire a coach, amazing option. But if you can't, you can do it on your own, whatever fits your budget. First thing I would do is Google online your macro calculator. So you want to find out how much calories you need to eat to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Not a crazy one, not 1,200 calories a day. Mine right now is 1,800, but find out what yours is based on your height, weight, and how many pounds you want to lose per week. 2 pounds a week max, because we don't want to go crazy and lose muscle over here. And then find out your macros, your protein, your carbs, and your fat. The best advice I could give you is to focus on your protein. I know it's so hard because I was lucky if I was eating probably 100 grams a day, and now I do everything I can to try to get 150. I'm not gonna lie, it is not easy, but it makes such a difference. I know some people get up in the morning, they're like, I'm not hungry, I don't have breakfast. That catches up with you throughout the day. If I got up and I just didn't have breakfast, but like I had a little coffee or something, I would binge eat the whole house later because I would be starving. But if I got up and I had a high protein breakfast, it really takes care of your cravings. I know we're so sick of hearing, get your protein in your water, because in our head we're like, oh, that's, everyone knows that. But once you do it, it is the key to success. So for breakfast, I usually will have either a protein pancake, you know, whatever kind you want. You can make it from scratch. You can get, you know, the ones that are pre-made powder you just mix with water, or I'll have Greek yogurt and protein powder. Whatever it is, it has to be a minimum of 30 grams of protein, at least, to keep me full, and that's how I prevent my cravings. And I made some big lifestyle changes. I have a favorite local bakery that has an iced latte, and I would go there every day. Not only, now my iced latte had no sugar, but it was full of milk. It was a full cup of milk with a bit of espresso. So it was a lot of calories from the milk. As if that wasn't bad enough, they had a bakery. So I would usually get a lemon tart or some kind of pastry, and my breakfast would be so low in protein and so high in calories, and I would be starved and feeling like crap an hour later. So I started to make my coffee at home. I've been either doing matcha or coffee, and I've been making it at home so I don't walk in that bakery door unless it's for a treat. Because I know if I walk in and I see that lemon tart, I cannot help myself. And then that way I've been measuring out my milk in my iced latte, so I'm only having half a cup of milk. So I'm really saving those calories, because you don't want to be wasting your calories on liquid calories. You will be starving, especially if you only have 16 to 1,800 a day. You're going to be hungry. You want to fill yourself up. A big thing for me though is like diet sodas help a lot if you're craving something sweet. And another thing is just making alternatives to your favorite desserts, or having something that, making sure, like I always have like a little dessert. So I've been loving doing a cup of Greek yogurt in a blender with some cocoa powder, honey, vanilla, mixing it up, and then I'll put like a crushed Oreo on top, put it in the fridge. It's like a little chocolate pudding. It's delicious. But there's endless recipes on social media and Instagram. There is tons. So structure your day right. And if you're someone like me that loves sweets, sometimes I'll pick what my healthier treat is gonna be, and I'll log it in, and then I'll have that logged in the evening, and then I'll base my calories around that so I don't feel deprived if I feel I have to do that. I do meat with every meal for protein, then a vegetable, and then a carb. Don't be scared of carbs. Like, I find carbs give you great energy, and I know a lot of people that are just scared of carbs, and they probably end up overeating somewhere else. Also, make sure to be careful with like the oils and the butter you cook in, because that adds up in calories a lot. And of course, get a kitchen scale for accuracy. And a big thing that I stopped doing that gave me the most results, I stopped eating out, which is insane for me to say because I love takeout, but I quit eating out for the most part, maybe like once a week, but I cut back, or like once every 2 weeks. I've really cut down as much as I possibly can, because you cannot track it. You can try, you can go on Google, on the website. It's so inaccurate, and that's why the first time I was doing this, I didn't see great results, because I was wildly inaccurate. So when I cut back to leaving the takeout for a true treat, that's when I seen the most results, because I realized it's so hard to track, and you need to save it for a cheat meal, not something that you're consistently doing multiple days a week. Go to the grocery store and stock up on the good stuff. Save your money from going out from takeout and put it into good groceries and have things prepped. I love having chicken breast prepped in the fridge to put over a bag salad. It just makes my life so much easier, so I know I'm eating good meals. And also, don't forget to drink 3 liters of water a day. I know everyone literally hates to hear that. I don't care if you have to put in flavor packs, lemon, lime, ice, whatever, but get your water in, because it really keeps you full. Hydration makes such a big difference. Now let's go into the whole like working out. 10,000 steps a day, we hear it all the time, and it's definitely my goal, but if I'm being honest with you, I only reach it like maybe like 50-60% of the time. I find it really hard where my weather where I live is so inconsistent and I hate walking inside, but I do my best to go for walks and get my steps in. That's so important, and that really helps burn the extra calories without doing crazy HIIT workouts, and it's low impact, low recovery, and great for your body. Strength training. Right now I'm doing 4 days a week on a structured plan, making sure to progressive overload, lift heavy, and have a plan that I know is going to build the body I want. So I make sure I go to the gym at least 4 times a week and I get my weights in. And then after my workout, sometimes I'll do 20 minutes of incline walking, but nothing crazy. Like I'm not there on the Stairmaster for an hour, like not happening. And I make sure to prioritize rest days because that's recovery is when the building happens, and I make sure to sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. If you're someone that you cannot take the weight loss medication and you feel like you're doomed, there's hope for you. Go back to the basics. And I really hope this helped you. And I will do another update soon as I feel like I'm really locked in on my journey and I really want to see where I'm going to be by my birthday, which was my original goal at the end of July. I wanted to have 40 pounds gone by then, and I'm currently at almost 15. So if I can hit 20, because I know we're so close, I'll be happy to, even though it's only halfway towards my goal, because it was so long of figuring stuff out and then I got really messed up from the meds. But I will keep you guys posted. I hope you like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.